This is Jeff Mucci, publisher of RCR Wireless News. We're reporting locally in Toronto today, and I'm meeting with Marcus Anderson from Broadplay Mobile.
That's right.
Marcus, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
My understanding is Broadplay is a full-service mobile marketing agency. That's a mouthful. What does that really mean?
You're right, it is quite the mouthful, but what it means basically is that we are a company devoted to delivering communication solutions on behalf of clients to engage their audiences through mobile devices. So when we say full service, it means that we will come to the table with not only the technology, but the solutions, the ideas, the strategies for them to best leverage this new communication channel and engage their audiences through opt-in mobile solutions.
Okay. Now, Marcus, you spent most of your career on the client side versus the agency side.
That's right.
How does that differentiate you in the marketplace today?
Well, Jeff, I think I know what the clients want. I've been inside corporate. I understand the pressures that they face, the need to engage their customers, but really to focus on sales, to focus on their product suites, and really use any tool necessary to help maximize that effort. So we're not coming in trying to change the way they do business. We're trying to enhance their techniques of getting their message out, promoting the benefits of their products, and engaging the greatest reach that they can. That's one of the reasons that we have chosen as our method of delivery the broadest base possible through text messaging. Okay. Because reach is what we're talking about. We're talking about being able to allow companies to address 100% of the mobile audience for their best purpose.
Okay. Who's your target customer?
It's really an end user who has need of dialoguing with our clients, the companies who publish through our platform, and needs information on a real-time basis, up to the minute basis, potentially to take advantage of perishable inventory or some sort of timely offer. Mm-hmm. So the benefit about mobile is that really it is something that can be delivered on a last-minute basis, for example, and can really be delivered in a one-to-one basis. This is a very personal communication channel. Mm-hmm. So companies need to really determine what method they are going to use to target each individual customer that they have on a one-to-one basis.
Okay. So who's your customer?
Our customers are any company, any organization that has an audience that they want to communicate with. And that ideally fit into certain categories or criteria that make sense for mobile. Mm-hmm. I said before about the timeliness or perishability of their products or their services. Mm-hmm. If it's a company that has a service-based business where time is of the essence, if there's no bum in seat, as one way of putting it, that time is lost. That potential revenue stream is gone and gone forever. This is addressed very effectively when you can target that potential customer through mobile, so that at a last-minute basis, mm-hmm. That seat can be filled or that space can be reserved.
Okay. There's a lot of fears out there about companies spamming their customers with SMS and text messaging.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
You mentioned that opting in is a key part of a brand's strategy. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
It's a great concern. Mobile cannot follow the same path that the email marketing world followed. The device is too personal. The relationship between end user and carrier is tenuous at best. And so if all kinds of spammy messages start to come to users' handsets, it's not going to be good for the cellular industry. Mm-hmm. And so really the thrust of a cohesive and successful strategy is to allow the control to reside at the end user level, the control of the experience. So the end user has to opt in to receive any message from the company, for one. Our platform and our techniques dictate that the end user will be able to control that experience to a much greater level. They'll be able to opt into timeliness of alerts, for example. They can dictate what day of the week they would be able to receive alerts. If they have blackout periods, they don't want to be sent information, then they can sign up in kind. So that is very important to make sure that the experience is a positive one for the end user, because at the end of the day, that's really what this is about. It's about companies being able to communicate with their customers and do so in a manner that they appreciate rather than in a manner that will frustrate them.
Okay. You've got 15 employees.
Yes.
Right? And you were founded 3 years ago? 2004.
2004. We launched as a full-service agency at that time, so meaning a full-service digital agency, building websites, development, design, that sort of thing. About 2 to 2.5 years ago, we recognized that in order to really take advantage of the upside of digital into the future, we needed to focus and we needed to specialize. We had served some clients successfully on a mobile basis, and it was deemed, a good strategy at that time for us to throw our hat all in, if you will, into the realm of mobile marketing. So we stepped back, designed a platform, built up a mobile marketing platform, and are now at the end of that development cycle, starting to productize and commercialize this platform as we deliver solutions to clients.
Now, you made a choice to hire people here versus doing what many companies do, and that's outsourced to India or China. Why did you decide to hire your programmers in this area?
We wanted a greater level of control over the programming delivery. There's a lot of talent that resides locally, that is situated in North America. So for that reason, we felt there was no need to outsource. Obviously, there are cost considerations in doing so, but we feel that they are outweighed by the fact that we have our programmers at hand, our designers at hand, to really execute agile computing methods, being able to turn iterative cycles around very quickly. There's also incentives that are put forward by the government. The SHRED program here is one of these programs that we can take advantage of because of being committed to hiring and progressing local talent, if you will. So this was, some of our key considerations in keeping the programming local.
Interesting. We have spent some time over the last 2 months meeting with and talking to the Ontario Investment and Trade Commission, and they appear to have some very nice programs to incent local hiring.
Right.
Can you do you have any other comments other than the SHRED program that either you've used or other companies you know have used?
There are a number of them. There is the IRAP program that is very well served. OIDMTC, which is the Ontario Innovative Marketing and Digital something. That is another program. We haven't taken advantage of any of these other initiatives, but I do know companies that have, and it's really a great method by which the government of Ontario and Canada can promote technological enhancements in this country.
So as you grow your business, what do you see as your biggest challenges in 2010?
It's the elephant in the room. You can't shy away from the need for revenues. You cannot shy away from the need to gain momentum and traction, enhance your client base, and really create the momentum that will take you to the next level. So, revenue generation and continuing to enhance our position within the marketplace, kind of the broad play brand, if you will, and really focusing on continuing on our R&D exercises, which will allow us to deliver this 2G experience now to the users that need it, but create a platform and a roadmap to deliver 3G experiences when those become more relevant.
Okay. And final question, or more, maybe it's a point of clarification. Okay. When we first met, you said that you are not an ad serving platform.
That's right.
So can you tell us more clearly, what are you then? Tell us, how do you differentiate yourself from being an ad serving platform?
Ad serving in many ways is an extension of the internet-based ad model. Mm-hmm. So you have smartphones, rich devices that the preponderance has been to deliver banner ads or these sorts of things to these devices. It's more of an anonymous experience. We, in our solution set, we are a mobile marketing company, which means that we feel that brand enhancement or revenues can be generated by delivering relevant information to the end user, not kind of broad-based ads.
Okay.
So because we are able to, through opted-in short-code marketing, define the profile of the individual user of the individual handset, we can really understand what information or offers that person requires or has requested and deliver that information to them in real time. So it's much different than kind of an anonymous mass market approach. It's a one-to-one relationship that we allow companies to have with their customer in a two-way fashion.
Okay. And so you've got a strategy component of your business, mm-hmm. and then you've got an implementation side of your business using your own platform.
That's right.
Can you talk a little bit more, maybe give us an example of strategy?
Well, strategy always starts with how do we allow our clients to enhance or grow their opt-in base. You need to have a list of mobile opt-in numbers that you can then target for communications, that you can deliver information to in a relevant fashion. And so we have a number of techniques that we can handhold our clients through that will encourage a call to action to drive up mobile opt-ins. For example, say we were serving a chain of restaurants, we would have posters, displayers, kind of bill inserts potentially that would drive the restaurant patrons to interact with our platform and become mobile opt-ins for either offers or contests or discounts, mm-hmm. or for future information. It's taking the campaign-related activities of a one-way interaction, but making it a relationship in the sense that once this user has opted in, they're going to be the recipient of information that they require that will be useful to them on an ongoing basis. Okay. One thing about opt-ins are great. Our mantra is to drive opt-ins for our client companies, mm-hmm. But even more importantly is to decrease or reduce the number of opt-outs from any particular campaign.
Got it.
Because it's that is fundamental. You want an opt-in base, but if somebody opts out because they've been communicated to too frequently, mm-hmm. Then it's going to be really hard to get that person back.
So who's the regulating body in Canada who referees opting in and opting out?
The CWTA, which is the Canadian Wireless Telecommunications Association, is the body. They administer the ownership and leasing of short codes to companies and to agencies, mm-hmm. And so they have a kind of a guideline, a list of guidelines that you need to adhere to in terms of affecting campaigns that are deemed appropriate for both the companies to deliver information and for the clients to receive information. This is one of the value-added services that companies like Broadplay or others bring to the table, in that they can bring the awareness of these regulatory guidelines to the table and ensure that everything is copacetic.
Okay. How long does it take to get a short code in Canada?
It can take anywhere from, I would say, a month to 2 months. Could be the full process cycle. There are companies that will help clients or companies go through that process, so consult them through the process. Broadplay does that on behalf of prospects as well.
Okay.
But it's sometimes you can apply for a short code and then be rejected because certain terms of your campaign or your outline do not adhere, and then you have to go back to the table and tweak, modify, and then resubmit your application. So that's where it really can be a range of time from beginning to end.
Okay. In the U.S., short codes, if you have your own short code, it can cost anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a month to maintain.
Yep.
How does that compare to Canadian pricing?
It's a bit more. I'd say that the Canadian carrying costs range anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per month. And this is, whether you have any traffic going through your short code or not. There may be differences in terms of the fee structures, whether you have premium rated or standard rated, that sort of thing. But it's similar experience in Canada to the U.S.
Okay. Well, Marcus, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jeff.
Pleasure meeting you.